You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my sweat. Born with the scales in my head.
Praise, then we give them some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith, pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride, balanced by the blood. That's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Yes. Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. And you know, come here, get close. You know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So, you get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody gets a dang blessed smooch, okay? All right, let's get into it. I was supposed to do this live yesterday, but I already explained to you all last night what happened. So I don't want to waste time. I want us to get right into the things of the things, okay? So let me show you this. Let me pull this up real quick, okay? Remember I told you guys that the kids would start doing phenomenal things, that there were some things that came in a opening before 2020 hit. I said there was an opening and there was some things that came in, and some of these children that'll be born will start showing phenomenal, extraordinary gifts. Okay, like you know how some of them start walking at like 6 months. Now, is it 6 months? 8 months, 9 months, something like it, whatever they start, there's some will be doing it early, some will be talking early, some will be doing things that they don't normally do. They're going to start doing that. I said, that'll start happening. I said, it's going to start happening, start manifesting in 2025, and you'll start seeing it happen more and more. I want to show y'all this real quick. Okay, this mother did not believe this, and then it proved to her that this was true. Okay, watch this. All right, let me make sure y'all can see that. Then we're gonna move on to, because I can't wait to get to the main thing. Y'all gonna trip out. Let's go.
What you doing? What you mean you gonna move the paper with your mind? How you gonna move the paper with your mind? You be sounding crazy. There you go with that crazy stuff again.
I can't move the paper with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind, London?
But I can move it with my mind.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping. You not do what the heck? You not doing that. You are not doing. Oh, she is not doing. Oh, my baby. Oh, that's scary. Oh no. No. I know. No, I can't do this. I can't do this.
You know, I understand that. I'm gonna play it again for y'all so y'all can see that, okay? I understand this because when my mom, when I was at the age of 4 years old, and she heard me prophesy something, and then she heard me sit there and I was speaking, and she was like, "Who are you talking to?" And I could actually see somebody, okay? And she thought I was talking to myself, but really in the spiritual realm, I could see somebody. I didn't know it was an angel at the time, but I could see somebody. And I would be talking full-fledged to the person, and they would be telling me stuff, and I would be telling my mama, and the stuff would be happening. And she was like, so my grandmother heard me too, and my grandma was like, I don't know what to do with this. I can't take this. So she talked to somebody else, and they was like, that's a gift that she's gifted. Remember, we prayed for that. Remember when she was born, we said she would do that. And that's when my mama said, I can't take it. I don't know how to do this, child. I don't know. So when I heard that, it took me back to when I was a kid, seriously. And my mama tells this story all the time, you know, and everything. So let's go one more time, because some of y'all kids can start doing that. And if y'all kids is too old, some of y'all grandkids, here's the thing: we all are born with the ability to do this, but because of our parenting, the lack thereof of education, the ignorance of a whole lot of things outside of the norm, we start dumbing down ourselves. The boob tube, believe it or not, television dumbs you down a lot. Okay. And God forbid, whatever you see on YouTube, okay, it's your gates. Remember, I teach you all about the gates. Let's go one more time.
London, what you doing? What you mean you gonna move the paper with your mind? How you gonna move the paper with your mind? You be sounding crazy. There you go with that crazy stuff again.
I can't move the paper with my mind.
How you gonna move the paper with your mind, London?
But I can move it with my mind.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping. You not do what the heck? You not doing that. You are not doing. Oh, she is not.
Like to shoot.
Oh, my baby. Oh, that's scary. Oh no. No. I know. No. No, I can't do this. I can't do this.
What their mother's going to have to do is help cultivate their gift, but watch it, because now that this is out, whether you believe it or not, now that this is out, okay, other people are going to be watching it, if you feel what I'm saying, okay? And that's dangerous. That is very, 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 very dangerous, okay? So let's go to the next thing. Give me one moment. Let me pull it up. I hope you all have been doing great. All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm pulling it down for you as we speak. Give me one more. I want to go to the main topic. Shoot, forget it. Let's just go to the main topic. Hold on. A lot of y'all don't even know this. And I'm not going to read all of this. You can actually Google it, okay? This is a true thing. It's the thing of the thing, all right? Now, y'all do know that the UN, United Nations, the head of United Nations in 123 other countries voted that slavery was the most cruelest crime against humanity. And they want everybody to start giving us some form of an apology and reparations. You know, there were 3 countries that did not agree. US, United States, the one that benefited the most from slavery. United States, Israel, and Argentina. Okay, so let me tell y'all what I think has happened. And I was waiting on JB, but JB is probably asleep because he goes to bed in the morning and sleeps during the day. Okay, so we opposite. I go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning. He wakes up at night and goes to sleep in the morning. So we'll get it together. We'll get it together. Anyway, that's my boo. That's my little brother. He's crazy. We talked for a while last night, so I know he's asleep. Okay, but shout out to JB. Okay, but I wanted to say this to you guys. I think this is a way that this country, and I think others will follow suit, is going to get their payback. Let me show y'all how. I was going to do it yesterday because it would be 31. It would be a month to the day, but I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. So here we go. Let me bring it up. I want y'all to see that. I got vibes on it. Come on. Come on. Y'all see that? It says China drops tariffs on all African imports to 0% starting May 1st. Get into it, China. Get into it, China. What you saying, Creole? What you saying, boo? Okay, let's read that one more again. China drops tariffs on all African imports to 0% starting May the 1st. So y'all don't want to give us no reparations, and y'all don't want to give us no apologies and no type of payments and all of this and stuff. China's like, all right, okay, checkmate. Watch this then. I'm gonna help them out in some other way. So if y'all got something, y'all see this? Okay, let's go. Let me see. Overnight, this becomes the biggest trading bloc on earth. While the world watches bombs fall in the Middle East, China makes its boldest move on the global chessboard. Starting May 1, 2026, the largest consumer market on earth will fully open to African products, 0 tariffs for 53 countries across the continent. Boom! Mic drop. President whatever his name is, I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce it, so I skipped that, announced in a message to African leaders gathering at the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa. Okay. Foreign Minister Wang Yi reinforced it. We are removing tariffs completely to boost trade, multiply benefits for the people, and help Africa access the enormous opportunities of the Chinese market. In other words, you want to play? Let's play. You want to play? Let's play. Okay. China will forego, let me see, the numbers speak for themselves. China is already Africa's largest trading partner, with the bilateral trade exceeding $222 billion between January and August of 2025. But trade remains unbalanced. Chinese exports to Africa grew 24.7%, while African imports rose only 2.3%. This measure aims to level the playing field. China will forego roughly $1.4 billion in tariff revenue. Now, you know it's got to be something behind that, y'all, if they don't care about losing $1.4 billion. Think about that. It's something bigger at play. It's something bigger at play, and that means they know something. You feels me? Do you feels me? So like I said, you all, if you want, you can, go look this up. This is public knowledge. I know some of y'all don't look no further than who shot who like who and all this and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to bring you some knowledge today and tell y'all to look at the information, okay? Look at the information, boo boo kitty. Let me take these pills real quick. I'm taking my vitamin D3. Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. So what y'all think about that? Y'all can always get in my comment section and let me know what you feel about this. Okay. If we need to do a part two, we will do a part two. No big deal because I really wanted JB's input on this. So we'll probably come back and talk about this. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna do the things of the things. And let me say this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. To Mixology, that's my sissy. Happy birthday, boo. Enjoy your day today, love. I love me some mix, y'all. I really do. That is my boo. I don't care what nobody say. Mix is straight up no chaser, honey. Who? Get into that. This right here, I don't know the whole story, but it came across my timeline, and I just wanted to share this real quick, y'all. I'll probably come back and do the story and everything, but right here it says baby in stroller ill by stray bullet after drive-by attack. Y'all, this is so sad. We got to do better as a human being. We just do. We got to do better. We got to do much better because I just feel like, you know, yeah, this happened in New York. Okay. Um, oh, I hate this one computer because it's always, you got that one computer that needs to be fixed. And it used to be people in Kentucky that actually fix computers. I don't know of any. I have no idea, but this computer gets on not my brand new one right here, but my other one. It gets on my nerves, y'all. It really do. Cause it's so far behind. Like I be sharing stuff with y'all and I be waiting for this to to catch up. Cause I want to make sure y'all can see it. And it never catches up. Then once it catch up, it just be weird. It just be weird. Give me one moment. Hold on one moment. Right here. Okay, so what that says is it says a 7-month-old baby in a stroller was killed by a stray bullet Wednesday afternoon when a man on a moped shot at a group of people on the Brooklyn sidewalk, authorities said. The shooting was believed to be gang-related, and the child was an unattended victim, police said. Okay, there are no words that can mend the heartbreak this family is feeling right now. The mayor said. Reports in a brief near the spot where the shooting happened, a life that had barely begun was taken in an instant. Okay, this happened around 1:20 in the afternoon. Y'all, this is crazy. After two men sped down the street on their moped, and the man on the back of the vehicle fired at least two shots at a street corner where several adults and children were gathered. Who were they trying to hit? This is crazy. Why would you shoot in a crowd? One of the men on the moped was hurt in the crash and brought to the hospital where he was in police custody in connection with an unrelated investigation, police said. The other man fled and was still being sought by the police. Oh, no, baby. If I'm caught, we caught. I'm sorry. I'm one of them. If I'm caught, we caught. Come on, bruh. You know what we did. Dude, come on. I ain't do it by myself now, bro. Remember when we was talking about what we was gonna do? Remember you said, and then I said, baby, if I'm caught, we caught. So you might as well just know that up front. If Creole get caught and I'm with her, and we all caught. Absolutely. You think I ain't, honey, I'm not riding like that. You think I'm gonna be sitting somewhere and me and you did it and you out free? Oh no, it don't work like that, bro. I just have to take my chances whooping you behind bars with me. We'll just have to fight it out because you going. You going. The cops ain't even got to worry about if I'm going to talk. Now, I'm going to talk, but what can you do for me? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear. Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, forget all that extra time. Now you supposed to be ride or die. Lies you tell. Lies you tell. Mother Goose. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. So I want to share this with you all too. This is Dick Gregory, and this is like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, but just listen to what y'all know. Dick Gregory was intelligent. Some people couldn't get past the way he talked, so they disregarded him. But Dick Gregory is, he, Lord rest his soul, was very intelligent. Okay, but this goes with that little girl, what I was telling you all about and stuff, and it goes with what's going on and everything. And people don't like the changes that are being made, but I see something bigger. So I want to share this with you guys before we get to the next one, real quick. Hold on. And shout out to all of our supporters. May God bless you 100%. Absolutely. Okay, let's go right here. All right, this is Dick Gregory. Let's go.
Same God that made the moon and the sun and the rivers made me. That God don't make no mistake.
You speak of the universal God, the power of the universe. Are there things that we can do to tap into that power?
You're born into it. It's like you're born with $10 billion in the bank, but they told you what. It's still there. They can't steal it. They can use it as long as you don't know you have it.
Why is it that so many of us are still in the dark about this?
Why wouldn't you be in the dark? You've been trained to be in the dark. Why I need somebody to tell me I am somebody, because I don't know I am. And so when you stop and you think, it's here. Here, you was born with it. Same God that made the moon and the sun and the rivers made me. That God don't make no mistake.
You speak of the universal God, the power of the universe. Are there things that we can do to tap into that power?
You're born into it. It's like you're born with $10 billion in the bank, but they told you it wasn't there. It's still there. They can't steal it. They can use it as long as you don't know you have it.
Why is it that so many of us are still in the dark about this?
Why wouldn't you be in the dark? You've been trained to be in the dark. Why I need somebody to tell me I am somebody, because I don't know I am. And so when you stop and you think, it's here. Here, you was born with it.
You were born with it. I keep telling people some habits you learn accidentally and some habits you learn on purpose. And whatever blocks you from becoming your best self is the habit that you have to get rid of it. And sometimes it's some of the things that our parents have taught us, sometimes indirectly they taught us by their actions, by their deeds, by what they've done. We picked up on it. It takes 21 days to form a habit. Okay, so as easily as it took you to pick up the habit of what you learned from those around you or from your circumstance, you can actually be deliberate. You can actually deliberately change that by starting a new habit, which, like I said, takes 21 days. Okay, a lot of people don't have the test fortitude to actually start a new habit. It's easy for them to stay focused or to stay with the bad habit. Okay. So, I just wanted to let y'all know that you are wonderful. You are great. You are intentional. You are on purpose. Okay. You can do whatever you set your mind to for the good and not for the bad. All right. The reason why it takes good things longer to reap your karma in a good way, is because the prince of the air is the devil. Satan is the prince of the air. And everything has to fight to get to us because he occupies the earth element, the air earth element. You see what I'm saying? Like everything has to come through the air. So it takes longer. Remember the Bible, it says, what took you so long? I prayed about this. I'm paraphrasing. I prayed about this some days ago or whatever. And the angel said I had to contend with the prince of Persia and all of that. He had to actually fight to get through to bring you your what you asked the Lord for. But nevertheless, he won the fight. A lot of y'all, you'll confess something for so long and then you'll get tired and start retracting. And right as you get ready to retract, the angel turns right back around because it can't go against your will, turns right around and go back and takes your blessing with it. And what's so funny to me with human beings, we don't mind waiting on our boyfriend, our girlfriend, our mamas, our daddies, people who lied to us. We'll keep believing everything that they say. And we'll keep on. Oh, no, they're going to come through. No, that's my friend. Even though they showing you they're your enemy. Oh, that's my friend. They got my back. Even though the knife that you feel in your back, you saw them stab you in it because you saw them with the knife and then you felt the sharp object. Okay, so you know they don't mean you no good, but you keep on speaking. I don't care. That's my no, that's my bro, man. My bro mean me some good. That's my bro. I ain't killing myself. I ain't killing my. And all along, yes, you are. But when it comes to things of spiritual nature, that comes to things that you believe in God for, you let people talk you out of that. Girl, you still have faith in that? Ugh. Because people have they wish I would never get remarried because they don't believe in marriage. I can't help it that you had a bad one. I had a great one, and I'm ready to do it again. How about that? Let's do it again. And just like I waited on God for my first one, I'm waiting on Him for this one. See how that works? Here's the thing though. Y'all don't know if I'm dating or not because I ain't said nothing. Let that be the reason. You have no clue what I'm doing. Okay. So, yeah. And here's another thing. Let me say this. I am a female that don't have to beg no man to do nothing for her. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I am a female that don't have to beg no man to do nothing for her. And some of you women should feel the same way. Those of you all that have to beg a man to spend time with you, or to talk to you, or to show you he's interested, is not the one. When you find a man that shows you he's not interested, he's not the one. Keep him at a buddy status, because that's how he'll be in a relationship. He's not gonna be interested in you in a relationship. If he ain't interested in you now, and y'all think it, come on now. Experience is a good teacher. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, honey. Let's go. All right, I wanted to show y'all this. I think this is awesome, 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 awesome. I think Short Tank be trying to take people's money. They be trying to goop the girls, and I ain't for it, okay? I am not for it. Right here, it says Black-owned spa and salon for men raises $200K after being turned down on Short Tank. I don't know why this would be turned down. I'm really serious. I don't know why this would be turned down. This is a great idea. Don't you know that men are always looking somewhere they can go without women being there so they can talk they talk? And women, would y'all stop wanting to always intermingle in a place that's just for men? Let them have their own spot. I've never seen a bunch of women that's so thirsty that just want to be in the presence of all things men. Men sometimes need bro places to hang out and talk bro stuff, scratch their nuts, hold their penis, all the things that bros do, lie to each other about how many they hitting, and all this and stuff, complain about their spouses at times. Let them do them. I can't stand that. I can't stand when there's men having a conversation and a woman jump somewhere where they are. You out of order. Stay up. And you can tell when women are not used to somebody loving them enough that they taught them their place. Because if you got a whole male conversation, why you up there and you a woman? Most women will say, like, if they see that it's a male thing, they'll say, oh, it's all men. I'll be back. because you understand where you belong at that time. You understand that. They can't talk. Men talk because every 2 minutes you don't you know that's why there's a verse in the Bible that says women are to learn in silence. They to be quiet and learn in silence. Because when the men was trying to talk and learn and everything, these women kept jumping up and interfering and talking and stuff. So they made it to where women had to learn in silence and be quiet. That's where that came from. Know your role. Know your place. It don't mean you less than if you let men be men and have their conversation. It's weird. And I'll be watching that sometimes. I even watch it on YouTube sometimes when people be having panels and stuff. It be all men. All of a sudden, some woman to jump up there. And it's like, girl, what do you have in common with them? And that just shows me how thirsty people be for that male attention. They don't care. They just want the male attention. And some of y'all want male attention so bad, you don't care if they cuss you out, talk about you, dog you, tell you ain't crap, and go through all that. You don't care. You just want the attention. What happened to you as a child? What happened to you? What didn't your parents do? Because that shows the lack of something, to where you don't feel like that you nothing unless somebody is watching you and talking to you, no matter what they saying. You know, any attention is better than no attention. When you see a woman like that, something happened, or there was the lack of something. There was either the lack of love shown, or somebody did something they weren't supposed to. Because that's not normal. That's not natural, and it's not normal. And then y'all get mad at women like me that know who we are and stand our ground. Yeah, all right. Is that all I wanted to talk about? Last but not least, adults. Let me say this. I heard something. Shout out to ODS, official D Spot. I heard something that was disheartening. I don't care how old you are. The woman that brung you in this world, that cared enough to let you slide through her vagina to give you breath, she should always have respect. There is a way to assert yourself as an adult, but you must respect your mother. And anyone that supports somebody who don't respect their mother, I told y'all a long time ago that if you find a man who disrespects his mother, how the hell, and y'all heard what I said, is he going to respect you? He can't. He don't respect the woman who raised him, who birthed him, who fed him, who kept a roof over his head. He don't respect her. He can't respect you. If he cuss her, he gonna cuss you. Shoot, if he cuss her, he may smack you. Some of y'all are so trauma bonding. It's utterly ridiculous. It is. I keep on saying there's a lot of people on YouTube needs counseling, needs therapy. And the reason in the way that Black people, I'm gonna say it like that, the way that we love a train wreck, that was bred into us. That was trained into us. That's why I went through this training thing today. That was trained into us to where we accept the F up better than we will somebody that's got it together. People that's got it together, oh, that's not, that's boring. I don't see it. Because you want a train wreck. Your life is a train wreck. You crave drama. And some of y'all stupid because they would just be thirsty or hungry, baby, because I ain't giving you nothing. I'm going to do me. And if what I do ain't enough for you, keep it moving. I'm too much of a success in life, spirituality, financial, everything. And on that note, let me give y'all the testimony real quick. So, let let me see, go back right here. Okay, so I was like, okay, so a person came to me and said this was in I was in this particular medical place, and this lady said, my nurse said, a social worker wanted to see you, and I said, why? I said, but okay, you know. And so I met with the social worker. She said, believe it or not, you were picked for a grant. And I'm quiet. I'm like, okay, a grant for. She said, you can use the money however you want to use it. I said, oh, we can do money. We ain't gonna never turn down on money, boo. Okay. I said, well, praise God, you know, like that. So it looked like it wasn't gonna go through because this was last year when she told me, and then she was like, well, they closed it out. They said we didn't get the form in quick enough, so they picked somebody else. And I'm like, okay. So she came back to me in February and she said, hey, you remember the people I told you that picked you for a grant? I said, yeah. She said, well, they just contacted me again and said they want you, and they you were the first pick, so if I can get your paperwork in, you assuring for this grant. And I'm like, okay. So I sent the paperwork she had and all this and stuff, and so I asked, I said, you heard anything? She said, nope. She said, I can't even get nobody. She said, just keep saying it's pending, pending, pending. And I said, oh, how does a grant pin? She said, right. So anyway, she said, the lady told me the only way it pins is if all the information that I sent in hasn't been confirmed. And I said, oh, okay, so it's on them. Anyway, I ain't think no more about it. I'm sitting up here talking about, oh, I need to put some gas in my car. And I don't want to spend my money on my spa date. Oh my God, I gotta go get my spa done because today was supposed to be my spa. Yeah, see, I'm still sitting, right? Okay, because I'm going to go to the studio, believe it or not, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so I'm like, So I asked her Monday, I said, can you ask the social worker to stop by? And I asked her, I said, have you heard anything? She said, no. She said, I thought you would have heard some. I said, no. So yesterday, I was asleep and she woke me up and I said, yeah. She said, they told me they had already sent your money out to you. I said, what? She said, yeah, they said they mailed your money out to you on the 26th. Y'all, let me tell you how God works. I don't look at my mail every day. Okay. I just don't. I don't. Okay. And I so happened to see all this mail stacked up by the door. Then my oldest son was wonderful and brung in for me. I said, okay, walked on past it. Okay. When she said that to me, don't you know, talking to JB last night, I remembered. Did you forget that they mailed you your grant money? I was like, oh shoot. I said, dang, JB, I forgot again. See what I'm saying? So I goes this morning after my stuff was delivered, because I put me a little Walmart order in and everything, so I wouldn't have to go out. I knew what I was doing. And I got up and got my little order and everything. And I said, oh, well, here's the mail. And I saw something in what is one of those red and white packages. You have to rip the seal off and all this and stuff. I said, this got to be it. So I grabbed it and threw it in my bed with me. And then when I woke up, I said, oh, shoot, I still ain't opened this thing to see what it was. And there it was. My grant check just right there, right to me, made out to me. I'm like, come on, God, ain't you good? You are good and greatly to be praised. So y'all can hate on me, hater. I'm going to keep on supporting God. I'm going to keep on talking about him. I'm going to keep on edifying him, okay? So anyway, I hope you all enjoy the live today, and I hope you got something out of it, because May 1st is gonna be something else. Gonna be something else. Plus, I told y'all that what's that, the British, Russia, Britain, Russia, is it Iran? It's called BRICS. It all stands for a country. China and they all are coming together to form a powerful financial dynasty. BRICS. It all stands for BRICS, okay? So Yeah, the United States will not be the power that she once was. But remember, y'all voted for this. Remember, y'all voted for this, okay? I just want you to know. You can look it up. I think it's BRICS or BRIC, BRICS. That's what BRICS stand for. And it'll tell you all the countries, and those are the countries that's banding together. Coming together to create a financial powerhouse. Okay, because they tired of the United States. They tired of the United States bullying. They tired of the United States being unjustly, okay, like, you know. So anyway, I am out of here. I gotta go mod. I see my nephew Ken is on. I don't know what he gonna talk about, Lord. I need to pray more when it comes to that young man. But anyway, I love you guys, and remember what I always say: no matter what the test, oh
Yeah,
okay. I might
from Kentucky to the world,
Mhm.
it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in the soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion.